Welcome to the Photographer Diaries podcast, where we talk about anything and everything photography. I'm your host, David Scott Bowles.
And I am your co-host, Dragon.
And we have Branden. You know what? You said your last name, and I'm still going to butcher it. I was like, fuck, why do you say his name? Because now I had this whole joke, and it's not going to work. But we have Branden Ponshcke?
Yeah.
Got it. Yes. Amazing, talented creator and photographer from the Antelope Valley. He's been featured on Forbes, Canon, and some other cool shit, right?
I don't even know.
We're going to find out today.
We're going to find out. And yeah, I mean, I've been trying to work with you and just do like content for a while. So I'm glad that you're on the podcast today. What's up, man?
Dude, I'm stoked. And this is my fault because I'm a bad texter. So like Instagram makes it way worse for me too.
Yeah, definitely.
So we are probably long overdue for doing something like this, but I'm happy to be here. I'm stoked.
Definitely. So what are you working on right now? You were working with a YouTuber, right? Are you still doing that?
So I kind of started out working with YouTubers for a while. So I worked with the Funk Bros.
Okay, yeah.
And it was kind of like my first start in like the content house environment and whatnot, which is like exactly how you would think it is. It's just shit happening every single day, and it's like
every
the dumbest
second of the day.
I remember the first time I showed up to that house. It was one of the Funk Bros on like roller skates shooting a video, and I don't even know what the fuck was happening. There was like an Oppa wrapped Tesla and just like shit built in the backyard. The most random shit you can think of. It's exactly what you guys would think a content house is consisted of. So I worked with them for a little while, shooting mainly like BTS stuff for the content house. And it was fun, man. It was really entertaining. It was a totally new environment for me. I remember when I applied for the job, I was just desperate over anything. So I had zero idea who they were and you know what the job really entailed. I was like, it pays me and I need something, like I'm desperate.
I had an opportunity like that to work with a YouTuber, but when I seen the previous person and asked them about it, so they wanted them to live in the house first off.
Yeah,
that's true.
And then they do stuff all day. Like he would get waking up stupidly in the dumbest hours. And I was like, no, I'm good. I'm too old for that one.
Well, that's the great thing about YouTubers is they're on their own schedule.
Yeah.
So like these dudes are, I mean, one of the brothers is up at like, he's up at 7 a.m. every day doing shit. But the other one, who's got like a child and a wife, up at noon.
That's
1 p.m. And I'm like, the days I get to work with that brother, great. Because then I don't got to be there early.
So how did you get that job? Like, how did you go and apply? Like, did you see it somewhere? Did you know somebody or what?
So I was genuinely on job posting boards every day, just trying to find something. I forgot what I was transitioning out of. I think it was just transitioning out of freelance into doing something that maybe would elevate my craft in a better way. So I was on job boards every day, and I came across this post. And it said something about content creators. Didn't say who it was at all. And I was like, you know what? I don't even care, dude. I just need a job. So applied for it. And, one thing led to another. And I ended up getting the job for them. And what's funny is that kind of pivoted my lifestyle in a way to understanding social media better through these creators and whatnot. So I kind of learned a lot of things. And I'm so grateful for like my time there. Learned a lot of things about social media. Learned a lot of things about how to, kind of, as terrible as it sounds, master manipulated audience in a way that's like effective to, produce views and stuff like that, which is like, oh, views. But,
I mean, because that's the crazy thing is like, YouTube is the hardest platform in social media to grow on, period.
Oh,
like it doesn't matter. Like the people that have nailed those, like just that pay attention to the analytics, that like know like the science behind it. And I also feel like there's probably some bullshit behind it too,
like
stuff
every step of the way,
and stuff like that. But like it's crazy. You see these people get on YouTube and just blow up in like 3 weeks, or you know what I mean? Or like I've been on YouTube for 3 months and I have 200,000. Like how? I've been on YouTube for 5 years and I got 80 subscribers. Like,
let's go. No, it is. It's tricky.
No, go ahead.
No, it really is tricky. And like the things that they told me about, the back end of YouTube is, you have reps that will, help you kind of, elevate. It really is like, and I mean, it's no secret that if you know people that know people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It kind of helps you in a way that's, a little like it kind of affects the way other creators create, because that they may be getting help in some ways or another, but not all the time. It really is genuinely like a lot of people put in hard work and they really earn those. But there are times where, you know, you just reach out and you say like, hey, something's wrong with this. Let's say you get a strike on your video. Easy to remove if you know rep. You know, like easy.
Yep.
So I know it's weird.
What you got, Dragon?
YouTube is by far the hardest, man, because you can't get to actually get somebody first to click your page, watch the whole thing, subscribe, like, comment.
Yeah.
It's like it's too many, what do you call it? Too many tasks that you're giving a person to do to grow your page. So, of course, I know that fake it till you make it. So you have people that will pay to start getting. So if you see a video with 3 views, you're less likely to watch a video that has a million views. So, okay, I'm going to pay for 100,000 views on here, and somebody's going to click it because they see, oh, this many people watch this video. So it's all a game, man.
Yep.
It's all a game.
So what are you doing right now? You're not with the Funk Bros, or you just...
No, I've been out of that for probably over a year now or something like that. I am now actually making clips for comedians. Like I'm doing that as
That's
my primary job, and
Yeah.
now I'm freelance. So I just left a sports job about 2 months ago.
Okay.
Which I loved. Shooting sports is some of the most exhilarating shit I've ever done in my life. It's amazing. But my buddy who was editing clips for comedians reached out to me. This buddy is actually the first guy I met at the Funk Bros house.
Okay.
First guy that you know met me with open arms and just kind of showed me the ropes and was like, "Hey, it's crazy here, but I got you. You know, just let me know if anything or if you need anything." So I've talked to this guy for such a long time. Shout out Bobby. Yeah, he reached out and he said, "I need help making clips for comedians."
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to be doing this well. And he goes, I don't have time. You know, I want to do stand-up comedy. I don't want to make the clips. So I want to try to find somebody that can edit and do all that. He said, if you leave your job, I will, I'll pay you more. Come make clips for comedians full time. And I was like, absolutely.
Of course.
I said in a heartbeat. So I've actually been doing that, and it's been really fun, to be honest. I never thought I'd be making clips for people.
So is it just like TikTok content, or
basically, yeah. So it's just a
like vertical short form.
Yeah, vertical short form content. We post it on their Facebook, TikTok. Primarily, they're doing they'll do YouTube stuff and Instagram stuff.
Okay.
But it's a lot of helping them perform on bonuses on Facebook and bonuses on Instagram and stuff like that. So a lot of people are seeing a really good return, and it's just kind of satisfying to watch these comedians grow. You know.
Yeah.
And again, a realm I could have never thought I would have been in.
It's my first time hearing that.
That's what I'm saying.
I make shorts for comedians. That's my first time hearing that one.
But it's cool, man. It's cool. I think we just recently snagged a Tiffany Haddish collaboration, which is going to be pretty fun, and hopefully a Bert Kreischer one in the future, because he just did a show with Bert Kreischer and Tiffany Haddish.
That's dope.
So we'll see. But
That's dope, man. I never heard that. I want to take a step back because I heard you say that you were shooting sports. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so another job board, just absolute maniac on the job boards. I wanted to shoot sports for a long time. And so I shot for the stars, right? And I was like, I'll just apply to the NFL. This should be fine. I barely have anything to show for it. I maybe shot for Ventura College one time in my life at that point.
So hold on, I'm gonna pause you real quick.
Yeah.
When you say job boards, like what job board specifically are you looking at? You're looking at like the actual NFL career page, or is it like?
So I was doing a lot of LinkedIn, and I was doing a lot of Indeed.
I need to do a LinkedIn, man.
But here's the thing, man. If anybody from LinkedIn's listening, I mean this very politely, but the UI in LinkedIn blows.
Yeah,
it's so bad and outdated.
It is bad.
But the job postings on there are actually really good. Like they're nice. You know, it's a lot of like higher ups that are posting the position, so they look nice and everything. But I'm in the same boat. I was like, LinkedIn. Like I don't do. I got one endorsement on LinkedIn. I was like, nobody's gonna know that I'm a real dude applying for these. So I did. I just started applying for things on LinkedIn and Indeed, and I got a reply back from a place called Canon Sports.
Okay.
I had never heard of them, so I was just like, okay, we'll just apply. You know, they're doing like high school level stuff, some college stuff here and there, and they were like, yeah, we want to do an interview with you and see, what you can do. I had at that point like maybe 2 football games shot. That was about it. So I was like, well, hopefully this gets me where I need to go.
All it takes is a nice picture.
That's what I'm saying. and it did, because they were like, yeah, we're down after we did the interview. They were like, let's do this thing. Let's kick it off.
Awesome.
So we did. I worked in sports for like 3 months. It is exhausting to work in sports because it never stops, no matter if you do. So it's like if something happens and there's a big trade, a big signing, and you know, we were in kind of the season where basketball was starting to sign their high school athletes to collegiate teams, and so a lot of people were doing their commitments, and it was like, this person did a commitment, it's 10 at night, so you're working right now to get something out, and it was tricky. You know, you have to do the weekend work and stuff, and it may sound like, you know, it's a bit of a complaint, but it wasn't. You know, it's like I understood that sports never stop for anybody. Like, it's just when news happens, you gotta work within the confines of sports. But I loved sports, and I shot primarily football, which is like my pride and joy in terms of the sports I love. And it was so fun, dude. It was so fun, and I still want to. That's like an ultimate goal of mine.
That's one thing that I want to add to my resume this year, is because I felt like everything that I put my mind towards doing, I've done it, and I was just like, I want to do sports this year. So that's crazy.
Isn't that kind of fun? I always like, if you're really just like, it's always been me where I don't really have like a specific genre I want to stay in. I'm like, let's just go. You know, 100%. Let's see what happens.
And that's a good thing too. Is I always tell people, like, branch out, like, do something else. You don't have to stay. Like, I know that I'm primarily a wedding shooter, but like, I'll pick up side gigs here and there. Do I post it all the time? No, like, you don't have to, you know? But like, whatever makes you happy, do it. Like, I just started doing sports portraits, and I was telling him, I shot Lancaster High School's wrestling team, and then the Highland High School coach just called me today. I was like, "Yo, we want the same thing." I was like, "Let's do it."
It's gonna be a snowball effect.
It's crazy because it's such good money too. Like, especially in like the high school phase, it's like you're shooting 20 kids. It takes 2 hours. You're charging each kid like, you know, $30 to $40. Then on top of that, they buy prints. You know, so it's like, holy shit! Like, I just made $2,000 in 2 hours for the most part.
I think the craziest thing about sports right now is there's like the big NIL deals right now. So kids are being, I mean, I remember when we were shooting, or I had edited something for Juju Watkins, who was high school player at Sierra Canyon, and she is the first female high school basketball player that has had a deal from Nike.
Damn.
So it's like a big deal. And I mean, she obviously won't disclose what the bag is, but it was massive. Like, it was huge. And it's like, even these kids are just getting like a lot of money doing this stuff. And it's nice to kind of have, like, you know, things like that to show, you know, just in. So, I mean, I don't know. It's really fulfilling. And sports was just so fun, dude. I loved it. And it never stopped.
So I want to talk about like your personal content. I fucking love like the stuff that you do, like the little storytelling things. I love them. I mean, like the one you do with the plane and like just like all like the little things that you do, like. What goes into that? Because I know there's a lot of information that you put out there in a short amount of time. So what's your research like process like, I guess?
So it's I mean, well, thank you first of all. That's really nice, because they really do take. That's probably the thing I put the most energy into, is like the narratives and whatnot. Just because, like you said, it's a lot of research. I think it stems from me being just fascinated about things in general. So if there's something that I'm like, wow, this is really weird, this could be kind of cool to talk about. and like in my mind, if I stumble upon it and I'm like, wow, I never heard of this, I think like maybe somebody else hasn't heard of this, and it'd be kind of fun to show. But it really just starts with a lot of research, a lot of just, you know, Google everything and just figure out everything. I'll start scripting out little pieces, just little narrative portions, because unfortunately, I wish I could do it off of the.
See, you know? I was gonna say, that was gonna be a question. Is like, do you script it? Because
I have to.
I can't script things. I can't do it. Okay. I'm an off the head person. Like, I'm going to Tokyo next month, and I'm gonna do a video kind of similar. And I'm already thinking about what I want to say in these videos, like a month out, but like not scripted, just kind of plan. Dude, I'll be driving in my car. I was doing it the other day. I was driving in my car, and I was like, "What's up, guys?" Start talking.
That's what I do. But see, that's the thing, though. I say it and then I'll forget it, so I have to write it down. Otherwise, I'm like, "Damn, I had a good one-liner."
It's hard. It seems like when I write something down, I'm concentrating more on it's like I know what the word is, but you see it on the paper and you like, look, you start fumbling words and stuff. So I'm more like I rather just hit record and just speak it, you know, like.
I'm envious of that, by the way. Like, I really am, because there's nothing more I hate than writing something. Like, I hate it. But I mean, it's nice because then, you know, I have it, and sometimes when I listen through it again, I'm like, damn, I sound like an idiot. Like, this is terrible, dude. But, you know, it's nice to just have that, you know, have that form in front of me. And I'm like, okay, if something, if I can keep going, I can keep going. But I am envious of you two for that because I'm like, God damn.
I'll have to write down key notes, like key points. Like if you look at some of my notes, it's just like a word or two, a word or two, a word or two, because I know what I want to talk about, but I can't just script it out because I'd rather go from the emotion of that time while I'm doing it, because I feel like it's more natural. And it's probably because of I used to do music, so I used to record music, and I felt like every time I would read the paper, I couldn't convey the emotion through the microphone.
I get that.
So it's just like, let me know what I'm going to say and then just be able to put that emotion behind it.
Yeah. No, but I mean, it really starts with like all that research, writing a script, and then it's recording I do it a little less now, but it's recording like me to camera, speaking the narrative. And then depending on if I like have personal footage of it, which I usually like to do, but I know it's kind of impossible when it's like a government property. But so there are times where I don't have footage, so I'll just pull assets from online and I'll try to make it kind of nice. And then really from there, it's like, okay, how do I make this like engaging through music and sound effects and overlays and everything? So that's kind of the process of how it goes. It definitely takes a long time. So I'm really glad. Like, it honestly is nice to hear that people enjoy them. I mean, I love making them. So, regardless, it's just fun for me to kind of explore that side of filmmaking. But it is really nice to hear that people are kind of getting this, this kind of education. Dude,
I love them. And like now that we're friends on Facebook now, it's like they pop up more. So I can watch this one.
I've just been blasting those suckers on Facebook because I actually just got on Facebook beginning of this year, maybe, or something like that. So I've just been going crazy on it.
Do you have your own YouTube channel right now?
I do, but I am terrible at it. I am really bad.
You know what's crazy? Because like I feel like even with like with me, with my position or your position of like working with the Funk Bros, like I would have fucking had a YouTube channel and used that shit to my advantage,
They're the reason I'm on TikTok, and they told me, they're like, you are an idiot for not being out here. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry.
But like, I feel like you have that YouTube personality, and that and like just even like the style of like the way that you shoot, the way that you edit, all of that. I feel like you could be one of those like YouTube people in 3 months with 200 subscribers. Yeah. And especially with the way you do your verticals with YouTube Shorts, bro, YouTube Shorts is ridiculous. Like, I know.
I stay on there right now.
I've been posting.
Really? That's okay.
Yeah, I've been posting almost daily on YouTube Shorts, and it's crazy because like some will get like 5,000 views in like minutes, and then some will get 2 views, and I'm
that's
like,
what I don't understand, man. I just like
did I pick the wrong song?
No, I mean, dude, that's the
all
part.
that. Yeah, all that plays into it. Whether the song that's trending at the time, and we already know about the time that you post, and then just whatever the algorithm want to show people at that moment. Honestly, so it's like now everything is a hit and miss until you find that snowball effect of, okay, now everybody's going to see it more, and they do that because they want the advertisement over your videos and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, the more you play by our rules, the more we're going to spread it to everyone. So you really have to just know it's so much that go into it. Like, I want to hire somebody to handle mine.
Like, if I had some extra money, I would hire somebody just to do like, yo, dude, do all my YouTube analytics. Tell me what to make, and I'm good. I met this YouTuber, Jonathan Branch. He's a wedding YouTuber.
Love that guy.
And we've kind of became friends. And when I met him, that was like the first thing. I was like straight up, I was like, yo, dude, like, I don't want to be that guy that's like, give me the YouTube secret, but I'm going to be that fucking guy now. And I was like, what is, like, how do you do it? And he's like, he told me it's all about riding the waves. That's all it is. It's like, if you're in a genre that's like, say you're a photographer, you're in a camera genre, and somebody posts the new shitty Sony headphones, make a shitty Sony headphone video. Like, just ride it. Like, he's like, it sucks because it starts to get like, I don't want to make this video because everyone else is making it, but that's how you grow, you know? So I was like, oh, all right.
Playing by the rules.
It is. I mean, that's what's kind of crazy about it too, is you almost feel kind of guilty for making something different because you already know it's more than likely not going to perform to your liking because it's not what's hip and new, you know? Right. But I do hope that it transitions to that. I hope it transitions to, okay, what is more unique than, or what is less unique than more unique, you know? And I'm sure it will. And there's obviously going to always be times where things will perform if they're, a little more unique than others. But I agree, it is about riding trends a lot. It really is. And it's tough because, like you said, shitty Sony headphones. I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't know. I can't figure out how to make that a video, but you have to.
You can even do stuff like why I'm not going to buy those shitty Sony
Yeah,
headphones. So you don't have to have them, and now you're just hitting notes on what you read or heard on someone else's video. Like that's where we're at now. Riding that wave of you don't even have to have the product. You don't even need to be a part of that. But as long as you can provide some type of evidence, oh man, so and so said, so I will never.
That's funny because I did that like after it came back from WPPI and I met John. They Fuji released the Fuji X-T32 and I made a video like, why would you do this? We don't need one.
You know what you do, right? You make the video, okay? You create a nice narrative, okay? And then you rip some other tech guy's video and you just put his videos into your video.
Oh yeah, shoot. And people do that. Yeah, people recycle other people's
stitching
content.
Thing now where people are taking other people's stuff and they'll just sit there like this.
It's like
and they'll get views because it's showing that original video. Like this is crazy.
Yeah. I was listening to a podcast on Sam Newton, which Chris Balladares is out with him right now. Yeah. Shout out.
Patagonia bound, baby.
And but Ford. They like he talked about like how he got big and his success and all that shit too. And like, it's just crazy, man. Like, I just want to be a YouTuber.
But that's the thing is I mean, everybody will say the same thing generally. I mean, there are some people that are more overnight successes than others, but man, this shit does take time. And that's the beauty. Yeah. When people do make it, they love it. Yeah. And that's the best part about it, unless, again, overnight success. But it's rare to, it's rare cases you find those. It really is like, the people that grind. And that's kind of why I love the AV photographer community, right? Is because, like, I mean, I tell people every time, man, I'm like, people make it out of here and they make it huge. Like, it's crazy because all of us are like, all of us grind, man. Like, all of us really grind because it's like, how do we get our work in this town known everywhere else, and it's kind of fun. Like, it becomes this like exciting adventure, and you see everybody like, I mean, really the photography community out here is genuinely a pretty small, right? So like, you know really everybody. So it's nice to just see your fellow peers just going crazy to try to make something for themselves. And it's just fun, dude. Like, it really is rewarding to see people make it out. And you're like, you know what? This is possible.
I feel like we work harder. Yeah. I could be biased because we're so far away from everything. So us just waking up and going out and doing already puts us, like, I was just talking about this. If you get something for free, you're going to put less value to it because it was free. And then when you put money behind it, you're going to take more pride in it. So if you're in the city shooting all the time, it's like, I'm here just working. But when you actually have to do that commute, you actually have to put in the work to go out and create. You put more value behind your work. And we have to do that. It's only so much that we can show out here. It's only so much that we can do out here that we have to go beyond the desert, we have to go beyond the desert.
Don't say that, okay? There's more out there now.
They can't find out.
It does. It renders farther. So
my view distance slider isn't all the way up, so I can't really see. No.
Yeah.
No, you're right though, man. It is, and I feel like that's what's cool though is the possibilities really are endless, and that's what makes kind of being here fun is because there's so much more. So if you can make something in this area, dude, the rest is history.
Oh, definitely. Sure. I agree with that 100%. Where we at? Just checking the time. Yeah, we're good. Happy birthday.
Oh yeah.
Wanted to say that.
Happy birthday.
Oh, get it. Hold on.
Yeah, you said you're gonna. You said you're gonna do that.
Hey.
So you're working on. We talked about what you're working on. You shoot Canon, right? All right, we won't talk about that.
Yeah, that's why he didn't want to wear the Sony headphones.
He's like, wait, hold on. You guys got Canon headphones?
I can't. Come on.
Let's talk about the shitty Canon headphones.
They don't have them.
Dragon, you got anything?
Well, I didn't. I'll be honest. I didn't know who he was before today.
Yeah.
And I like that. I do like that.
That's another thing why it's good to have this. And so now the network we were talking about last time, like now I'm following
he's in your network.
And he's great. Like I was looking at his page and trust me, I'm not a creep, but later you're going to get likes and comments on your
That's
page.
good. That's great.
So.
That's great. I'm like, who's this freak, dude?
He likes every single post since I've been on Instagram.
Dude, that was from 2018. Why are you going back so far? Yeah, but I just love, and speaking on the YouTube thing, just real quick, us being creatives, that's like so big. Like we can definitely make it because everything is visual. Everything is a visual aspect, and us using our cameras to tell stories and going out in the world, it shows those people who will never don't want to do that. They rather watch it from their phone. So I know so many creatives that are building up, just getting paid to travel and document the world for people who probably either want to or will never get to do it. So, we just gotta stay consistent, man.
Yeah.
Like we just have to stay consistent at providing visuals. And that's one thing that I learned. Being consistent takes you farther than anything, man. Because you can have bad content if you're consistent.
Yeah. See, I
That's
have
just
like
how it happens.
I have a mixed review on consistency because I feel like there's people that think consistency means everything needs to look the same, and I don't agree with that.
No, not that.
You know, people are like, especially when like Instagram came out, you need to have a consistent feed. If you're gonna do orange photos, your whole fucking grid has to be orange.
Yeah, no.
Like, but no, I agree with you. Yeah, like you just got to be. I wish there was another word. There probably is.
Yeah. When I say consistent, it just mean like keep providing content.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. Like I just mean
Keep grinding,
once you start that grind all the time. You can't go hard for a year and then just sit back like, well, let's see what flourishes from this. No, because there's somebody out there creating that your stuff's going to get lost.
Yep.
So you have to stay a part of the wave or create it. Either you create the wave or you got to ride that bitch. Because other than that, you will get lost because there's so much being created every second of the day.
And more importantly, you gotta love what you're doing.
Oh, for sure.
Because that shows more than anybody knows in art. It really does.
I definitely. It's funny because like I get that a lot in like weddings. Like when I'm filming a wedding or something like that, like brides will always be like, "Dude, you really love this, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." Like, you know, especially when I work for like studios and stuff too. Because you get people that do that just for a job and they show up and you could just tell they don't fucking care.
Yeah.
And, like I'll show up dressed nice. I'm like ready to go. I'm excited. Like. And but yeah, you have to love what you do. I think that goes with like anything, you know. If you don't love it, then you know
It's just not going to work. Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being on the show, Branden. I appreciate it. Where can we find you? Where can we stalk you and like all your Instagram photos?
Yeah.
Well, you ought to know. No,
I can tell you.
It is pretty much my name on everything. So it's Branden BRANDEN _Ponshcke. I'm not even going to spell it. Y'all just figure it out.
I'll put it somewhere here.
Yeah.
If you're watching on YouTube.
That's pretty much my name on everything.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
cool.
Awesome.
All right. So if you're watching on YouTube, guys, you know what to do. Leave a comment, leave a like, hit the subscribe button, all that stuff. If you're listening onto Spotify or anywhere you get your podcast, leave a review. It really helps the channel. Or, yeah, that's it. Peace. See you in the next one.
Love you.